Hey, welcome back to Learn, Love, and Reflect, or Love, Learn, and Reflect, whichever one it is. I always get it wrong. But welcome back to our channel and to our podcast. Um, I'm Anthony Jones.
I'm Jackie Jones.
And we're going to, again, let you into our life. So here we go. We're going to talk about our vow renewal, man. Today is the actual day last year that we got married. So let me back up.
Right.
Let me sum up the confusion. Okay, so our actual anniversary is on April 2nd.
Yes.
Now, we could not do it on the 2nd, so therefore last year we had to renew our vow on the 6th. So hence that today was the vow renewal day. So
renewal
anniversary day. So here we are. It was definitely a fun time, man, and we appreciate everybody that came out. But here we go.
All right, so we decided to do the 10-year anniversary, the anniversary thing, because we really didn't have 10-year renewal, vow renewal. There's 9-year renewal.
Yeah.
Let's see the dates, but the 9-year renewal because we never really had a. That's our son going up the stairs. Never really had a big wedding. So we talked about in the beginning where we got married at the courthouse, and it was what, $60?
Yep.
$60 just to get married at the courthouse. We had a small group of people. Well, probably wasn't no more than 10.
No more than 10.
Probably no more than 10 people that came, and They celebrated with us. It was a nice time.
It was a wonderful time.
Do you remember one thing that you did before we got married?
Yes.
What did you do?
The first thing I did, because I always knew, and the foundation that I was kind of brought up on, and I pulled you to the side and said, let's pray.
You did.
Where even when we were just in sin at that time, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? We need to pray and let God continue to be our foundation. So
he did. He pulled me into a little nook, and it was like a window, like that, and pulled me into the nook and suggested that we pray before this little ceremony actually happened. And I was really impressed. I was like, because I think we ever prayed together before. Ever. We didn't pray together before that moment.
And at that time, you was going to a church, and I was going to a different church. And at that time, we weren't going as frequently as we, especially as I normally would have. Right. You know, so
I wasn't consistently going at all.
Yeah.
But you claimed the place that you attend when you attended it.
Yep.
But you did. I wondered if you remembered that, but you did pull me to the side and did a prayer for us before we went. I was really impressed.
Yeah.
And then that was really the end of our wedding. We went to our reception was at your mom's house.
It was.
And went to his mom's house, and they had a little table set up.
Yep.
A little table set up had
shout out to Aunt Roslyn.
Aunt Roslyn, and she had got like a little flower. I kept that flower for years.
You still have it.
I don't know where it's at. I probably do because I keep stuff forever.
So when we got the cars, I saw it and I made sure I put it. It's outside it's in the box.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh wow.
I still have it.
Yeah, I keep stuff forever. So she gave us a little flower, and then there was the Welch's drink, and she had the table with the little fake petals on the table, and we had a little toast, and then we left and went to we dropped Dorian off of his dad's, and then we left and went to
the Hilton.
Out by the airport. And
Pops
did it
Pops
legally.
actually paid for that. Pops actually Pops actually paid for that. He was like, "Hey son, I'm proud of you. Here's some money. Go do your thing." So shout out.
Nice.
Rest in peace.
That was nice. So that was really our wedding, and that was it. We had bought a house before.
Yes.
So in February of 2010, we had bought the house, and then in April, we got married.
So shout out to us, because our priorities was together. You know what I'm saying? We bought the house instead of the big wedding. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
financially made sense. So if you contemplating that, I think if you're able to do both, go ahead. But if not, I would go with the cheap wedding and then purchase a house.
Yeah, and then
it makes a lot of sense. And later on,
later on, take care of that big wedding that you want to have.
Yep. So
go ahead.
Go ahead. Nope. So I was just going to go into because she didn't want to have a big wedding. Why?
I was never interested in a wedding. I never ever was the girl that was like, I want to have this wedding, dreamed of myself in this beautiful dress. Like, it was never ever my plan. I don't like attention. I get nervous and sweaty, and it's just not a good thing. And so, like, to have a big wedding, it just wasn't anything I dreamed of as a little girl. I don't know if it's because of the divorces that I went to, and it kind of just shot that dream out the window for me. But it just wasn't anything that I was just like, I can't wait to get married. And I mean, not married, but I can't wait to have this big wedding and it's going to look like this. I never, ever had that. So when it was a courthouse option, I was like, cool.
She was always blaming me that I wanted to have this wedding. And I was like, no, it wasn't necessarily that. You can keep doing that all you want to. But let me tell you why.
Okay.
So for me, it was one of those things where I wanted you to have this big dreamy wedding because I wanted you to feel like the queen that you are. You know what I mean? So for me, it was more so I want her to be the center of attention. I want her to have her day to where she is. I mean, I do that every day, but I wanted you to be here. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it was just one of those things where I was pushing it, but I was pushing it because I wanted that for you. Okay. You know, so it wasn't necessarily, oh man, I want this big wedding. So people, nah.
That's how I thought. I was just like, why you always want a wedding? I just didn't care about it.
Nah, that was for you, man. That was for you.
You just want to get dressed up.
Nah, I do like dressing up. However, I wanted you to have that day of spotlight. Look at the spectacle of Jackie. You know what I'm saying? Right. I wanted that, dreamy wedding for you. It wasn't necessarily for me. Right. It turned out to be good.
It turned out to be the most beautiful day and everything. I never imagined it. So it was like, what I had to, once we started planning and once I had to imagine, it was way better than I could even think of. It was the most beautiful day ever.
But honestly, even in the planning process, like I was all gung ho. I was like, yeah, okay, babe, I got you. But I mean, you just took over.
Yeah, I did. Like once it started, then I just kind of got into the.
I just went somewhere and sat down.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
He did.
I mean, she took over, Jack. Took over. It was like any input I had, it was like, no. I was like, dang, gee, not bad.
Because once you throw in one little piece, it's almost like decorating. When you put in one little thing here, and then you start adding in this and this and this, and then it turns into this big, beautiful picture. Yeah. Thanks to the wedding coordinator we had, because she made it the most beautiful thing I ever experienced in my life. She gonna start church, Shirley West.
Yes, she. Hey, when we get out of this Rona, and y'all have a birthday party, a wedding, whatever it is, look up Shirley. I forgot what was her.
Camilla Events. Well, I'll try to find it, and
we'll put it in the
description of the video.
But she did. I mean, when we walked in there,
I put some pictures in there, and you'll see it was.
We walked in there. Flowers. We was like, she's like, get away! We don't want y'all. Why y'all keep coming back? I'm trying to surprise. And I was just like, I'm gonna pretend I ain't see nothing. But she, man,
everything was great because she did everything. Everything. I really didn't have to worry about nothing except for giving my 2 cents. Yeah. And that really was it. I made my own bouquet.
I thank God for her vision. Huh? What? The bouquet. Yeah.
Okay, I said it right. Yeah. But I made my own thing, but other than that, like,
I truly thank God for her vision. I mean, we were blown
Very impressed.
Very impressed.
Very impressed. And I think all our guests were very impressed.
Yes,
too, because the dollar amount that the people were coming to me with, like, how much do you spend on that? And they were way above how much we spent. I was like, don't you worry about it. Nowhere near that.
Right.
Thousands of thousands. I was like, no.
Right, man.
But she made it. Woo, it was beautiful.
Yes.
I'll put pictures in so you can see. I definitely will.
Yeah.
But
you know, the vow renewal in itself. I know a lot people probably wonder why.
Why we did it.
Why we did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I will say the vow renewal definitely rekindled so many different things in our life. I mean, our friendship, our courtship, our intimacy, companionship, even our prayer life. I mean, it skyrocketed.
The love for each other.
Love.
It was almost like immediate, like the next day, our whole relationship changed. And we noticed it, and we was like, what is it? Like it just, and it wasn't anything that we forced. It was like instantly, like our love for each other and all those different action words just accelerated, and it was like everything we just seen each other different, or we appreciated each other different. Everything was just so much enlightened and brightened, and it's still, this is a year later, and it's still present. It like renewed everything.
Also, I wanted to tell you, I don't know if you I don't think I told you this, but when we were in pastor's chambers,
the counseling.
No. When we were in the chambers, we need to talk about that. When we were in the chambers, I actually had Minister West like pray for me, like to cleanse me from any unrighteousness, any sin, any fornication that in my mind, you know what I'm saying? Anything. I asked him to renew me as a person, as a new creature. And he did so. And I mean, I literally felt like a new person. You know what I'm saying? Like everything became extra new to me, even in that day. You know what I mean? So I appreciate Minister West, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. But also, I want to kind of back up a little bit more too. If you're seeking this vow renewal or a new friendship, a new love, a new rekindle of anything, make sure, and a lot of people, especially in our community, they frown upon counseling. Counseling blessed us like to the core. We learned more about each other. I thank Bishop Cobbins and First Lady. They actually was giving us homework assignments. You know what I'm saying? And we actually had to do them and go through them, you know. So it wasn't like you was about to fill out this piece of paper and you're going to sit back and be like, oh, okay. Nah. It was interactive. So
listen to the
CDs and everything. So that was a true blessing. So if you're going through some hardships, definitely seek out counseling. Counseling is not for the weak. Counseling is for the strong. So be mentally prepared to go to counseling, or prepare yourself mentally. Because counseling is not for the weak. However, it can strengthen you in everything in your life or in your marriage that you may be dealing with.
True.
So, sorry.
It's okay.
I ain't thought about that, and I was like, man.
That's good. Hold on, I messed up something here.
Top.
What else do we want to talk about? Oh, we decided in our vow renewal that we didn't want to have like all of these different bridesmaids, like siblings.
Yeah.
And, cousins, you know, you can have a whole line of bridesmaids, a whole line of
right.
We really just decided the easier, because we started off with that plan.
Yep, we did.
But the easier way to do it is to stick with who you know, which is your kids and your parents. The end.
That was it. That was it.
I knew I could get my kids, the boys, the suits, the husband, the suits. I knew I could get my mama and my daughter and them the dresses and shoes and jewelry and all that. And that was so easy. I would say, do not try to make this a difficult thing and try to please everybody and put everybody in it. Make it as intimate as you can,
yes,
and as budget friendly as possible.
Yes.
But us being able to choose that option to have our kids present and fully involved in it was the most beautiful thing.
The best
ever.
thing. The best thing.
Yeah,
ever.
It really was. And having our parents there to actually be involved in it.
They actually appreciated that too.
Yeah, to have them actually in it and involved, it was really, really great. And they all looked so beautiful and handsome. It was just so much fun. It was so much. I'm so glad that you pressured me to do it, if that's the right way to say it. If that's the right way to say it. You didn't pressure me, but you kind of just kept throwing those out. Yeah. Because before the wedding, I had the dress for like 2 years.
No,
yes, it was. Oh, yes, it was, because I couldn't fit it anymore by the time I was trying to get into it. It was 2 years that I had this dress, because we was planning on doing it to where our anniversary was going to land
on the second.
The vow renewal was going to land on the second.
Yep.
And then we weren't just financially fit to do it then. So that was a whole 2 years before we could even do it. So the dress had just been sitting up in my closet. And then it was just like, okay, I think we're ready. And it just happened to be, it was going to be on the 6th, because it really was going to be, the anniversary was going to, the vow renewal was going to actually be on our second, on our anniversary, but it just didn't work out like that.
It didn't.
But if we would have waited to do it on year 10, then that would have been this year. Nobody would have been able to attend. Everybody would have been quarantined in the house. So I think planning it for 2019 was the best decision we could have ever made. It was the most beautiful day. The weather,
and I was just about to say, not to mention, it was supposed to rain. It was supposed to pour.
I kept watching the weather every day, like, oh my God, it's gonna rain. This is gonna be so trash. And that day was like 70 something degrees. It was a beautiful April day. No rain. The next day, it was over.
What they call it, torrential downpour, outpour, whatever.
It was so dark.
It was crazy. I was like, yo.
Yep. So that day was beautiful.
And on our actual wedding day when we first got married, it rained cats and dogs.
Yeah, the whole time we were in the courthouse, it
poured down. When we left, it was like when I went to go get the car, I stepped in a big puddle of water. Oh, I was like, what? I was like, no. My socks, everything.
And then you remember where you got your suit from?
Where? Uncle Earl. Went to Uncle Earl, got down up. I didn't get the gold chain because they wasn't doing the promo then. But yeah, I went to Uncle Earl, got hooked up.
I got my dress from TJ Maxx.
Yeah, TJ Maxx.
Some wax shoes, black jewelry.
It didn't matter. We was like, let's go.
We went and got the ring from Jared.
Just like she pumped me into being her boyfriend. She was like, we going to the courthouse.
I don't remember that, but I probably did. But the ring we got from Jared at the time, and we couldn't afford a big diamond or anything like that, so we had to take a diamond out of a what?
Earring.
A diamond out of an earring they had, and it was the most flawed diamond they had in the world.
Oh my word!
But I was so happy to have a little ring.
Girl, it was shining.
It did shine, and I took care of it very well. I never took it off. That was my baby.
It's flawed.
Right.
Between the second and
third. It was heck flawed. I would look at it when I be at work like.
It's flawed.
No, it's not.
Sweetie, it's flawed between the second and third surfaces.
Flawed.
See it. I ain't even got to put my eye on it. I just look at it like, whole chip on the inside.
Right. Yeah, man. But that was one of the best days of our lives. I know for my life, and I know for hers, man. And it definitely rekindled so much, man. Our friendship. You know,
we were in love. It was so. I hate to say that it was so weird, but it was just like this. Something just came over us, and we was just so in love and everything. I mean, you couldn't tell us nothing. We was walking on clouds.
Man.
But up until when? Now, you don't know. We still on cloud nine. I don't know what happened. It just really renewed everything in the relationship. Everything. Our sex life went through the roof. I don't know what happened there.
Thought I was 16 again, boy. I was like, woo.
But it wasn't like it was just like that day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it just went like consistently. Like our sex life it seemed like, I don't know if communication changed or what changed.
I always, honestly, you know what I thought it was?
What?
The fact that we did it in God's house, before witnesses, before our church family. This was just my mindset, you know, that how, not just the dynamic of our marriage, but just the whole, just globally. Mm-hmm. Like, I just think the big picture, everything just kind of.
Right. Like there's this plan for us. Yeah, you're going to get married, but then we're going to have this big thing for you with this big purpose of fulfilling all of these things for you too. Yes. Yeah, because it totally just blended everything together. Everything. And that's why we're doing this, like, because we just felt like we just got to a point, like, we need to share for sure, like, from where we were to how we got here now. Yeah. Because we went through a lot. I mean, and we still ain't even talked about all the stuff we went through. Right? Few videos. I mean, I mean, this is another video. I mean, all the bad decisions I made, you know, the lying, the this, the that, and the third. Like, it seemed like it never happened. Like, that's how rekindled we were. You know what I mean? And it was just so fresh. It was so fresh. It was very fresh. So to the point you could see it. Yeah. To the point we could really see it. And I don't know how. I hope we never get out of it. It's just been floating and a beautiful thing. I want to thank everybody that was involved in the vow renewal. Definitely. So I want to shout out, first off, Minister out in West for covering us, for praying over us. Matt, for that beautiful song. Matt, he killed it. That dude is just ridiculous. Matt Collins. Man, we appreciate you, man. Beautiful song. Beautiful. And like I said in the video, he wrote that on the spot. So we appreciate you for that, my brother. Shirley West, her team of people, man, did an amazing job. Made our reception look beautiful. Even as little as it may have seemed, the church looked nice as well. We want to thank Golden Banks for DJing, man. Shout out to you, man. We appreciate it. You did your thing in that area. My sister-in-law, Imelva, man, thank you. You definitely did a lot with the cleanup and just getting certain things together from the church and bringing it over. So we thank you, love you for that. My sister Alicia. Let me tell you something. So we didn't plan at the very last minute. We thought I thought like we don't have anybody to record this. Nope. Yep. We thought about pictures, and thanks to the Thompsons. Yes, brother Chester and sister Mary Thompson. Thank you very much. You guys were amazing. Picture. Yep. We had the pictures, but never thought about who was going to record all of this. Never. And so I'm pressing like I need somebody to record, and the price was just outrageous. And I think I even put it on Facebook like, oh my God, I made this big mistake. I don't have anybody to record this. So anyways, I think it was the next day or that's in the middle of the night. Yeah. I think it was in the middle of the night, the night of the wedding. My sister Alicia sent me an email and she had made a whole wedding video from the beginning, from me getting my makeup. It just made me want to cry. Oh, baby. She made a whole video from me getting makeup, dressed, going down the aisle. I mean, everything. She left the wedding early to get to the reception and recorded a beautiful scene of the tables, everything. It was just, she went from the beginning to the end. It was the most beautiful and thoughtful thing. Because I didn't know what was happening. I just thought that was a loss, in all honesty. Yeah. And it just was a beautiful video that she did. And then the Millers, oh my God. Yeah, the food, thank you. The food, but then they made this little heart. The candle. Candle thing, and then this big old heart. Stuff we didn't ask for. We didn't ask for
our picture was embedded in the candle. So Sister Faye Miller, man, appreciate you. Thank you for your vision on that. That was definitely amazing. Noah and Amber Strozier, thank you for letting my girls. Oh, they were
flower girls.
Oh, they were amazing. They're my girls. I love them to the core. Well, I wish we could hang out. But also Auntie Ava.
Oh, my Auntie Ava. So I was there. She came in and she came into the room and she's helping me with my dress and everything. And she's always dressed beautifully.
Yeah,
and I had one bracelet on, so all I had was one little, I wouldn't say raggedy, but just one little bracelet on. And she pulled off this bracelet and it was just so beautiful. And she just slipped it off and slipped it on my wrist. And I was like, oh, like it just completed the whole thing. It was like, that is exactly what I needed. And I'm sure she didn't wear it for me.
Right.
I still have it. If you want your bracelet back, I will give it to you. It's in the same place. But it was so beautiful. And I was just like, this was just so perfect. And it was like the last thing I needed was that. And she helped me get my garter and stuff on. But our parents, my mom, Anthony's mom.
Yeah, I did want to say this first. When I asked her to marry her, I took her parents out to eat. And this is what I told both Rhonda Smith and Emmanuel McLaughlin. I said, I thank God for you two for having Jackie, because if he didn't create her for me, then, you know, of course we wouldn't be here. So I wanted to just say thank God for them. Emmanuel, Pops, appreciate you, man. My lovely mother, Love, I thank you for being in our wedding. I don't know if you knew, she was so happy that you asked her to be in the wedding.
Yeah, I know. I loved actually being able to. I was conversing with her and things like that. I loved building that relationship with her.
She actually started.
I ain't a feet person.
Yeah,
so I even painted her toenails.
Oh Lord.
So
yeah. She even started going to church with us for a little while.
She did start going to church with us for a while. I want to thank my daddy. Let me tell you, my daddy. I told him, like, you're gonna have to dance with me. He was not. He did not want to do this thing.
He did not at all.
I was like, you're doing it. I don't care anybody. You're gonna do it, and you're gonna act like you got some sense. It's happening.
We thought Pops was gonna clown.
I thought my daddy was about to clown, but my daddy,
he did a great job.
He danced with me, and I got a picture that Shirley took.
Yep.
And it's the most beautiful picture of me and my dad, and I'm in a spin.
Yeah.
And it was just the most beautiful
awesome.
picture.
Yeah, that was.
And I appreciate my daddy going through that dance, and it was.
Yeah. To my amazing children, Dorian, Kobe, Amari, and Elijah, we thank you. We love you guys. We appreciate you being in our wedding. You just made it even more flawless.
They did.
And you guys did a great job.
Dancing into the reception. After the wedding, we had the wedding, and then dancing and coming into the reception, and they did so good. I'll try to remember to put that in the video too. Man. It was a grand old time, let me tell you. It was the most beautiful day.
I'm looking forward to year 20 vow renewal.
I wouldn't mind doing it at 22. And nothing big, maybe even a little smaller and intimate.
For sure.
Not maybe, but a lot more smaller and intimate.
Yeah.
But 10 years from now, we might have a grandchild.
Oh, Lord.
What's 10 years?
I don't want no grandchildren.
Going to be 30.
Golly, okay.
Going to be 30. We might
My
have
baby
a
don't want
grandkid
no
by
kids.
then.
He don't want to. But yeah, man, thank you for all the attendees. Thank you for everybody that was involved.
If we missed you, we apologize.
We do love y'all. We do love y'all.
Everybody did. My nephew, that was the ring
bearer. Yeah.
He wasn't having it.
No.
He gave his little pillow away to my auntie. Please, I'm done.
That's cool though. Augie, you did your thing. You did your thing. You made it fun. I appreciate it.
I like that. I like that.
So thanks to Toya and Tony for letting their son be at our wedding. Yes, they had to fly in. So we appreciate y'all for that for sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So all right, well, that's the end of our video. But hey, check this out. Please like, subscribe, comment, and watch it as many times as you can. Again, put some comments, and if you guys want us to talk about some other stuff, we definitely will. We got some stuff on our end that we're definitely going to come and bring some new material. We apologize for the wait with everything going on. We just got so caught up in this Corona thing
and shopping.
Yeah. So also with that, man, please take this serious. Wash your hands. Read and have knowledge about what is happening and what's going on. Pray. This is definitely a time for us to get in our word and actually, pray for our family members and actually have non-believers or people that don't really believe come to the faith. So with that being said, we love you and we out. Peace. Mwah.